Hi guys, and welcome to this new lecture. In this lecture we are still in shapes, and I want to bring to your attention certain manipulation or certain tricks that you can use with shapes that will really change the way you create shapes. So we have rectangle, ellipse and so on, but then if you combine them you will obtain enigmatic shapes, I would say, and you can manipulate them. So don't rush to outside After Effects to create your shapes or your path and bring them in. You can really work them out here. Let's create this animation or something like this, in fact. Okay, we delete that shape layer. Let's create a star. We long click and we get the star here. Click in the middle somewhere and open the star. So now this is the last star I did, the way I played with the polystar radiuses. I will come to polystar. The first thing, I want to center it in the middle of the layer, so it's in the middle of the composition. Of course, we come to transform polystar 1, and in the position we write 0, 0, and it's in the middle of the composition and its own layer. Let's open the polystar and look at the properties that we have. We have the number of points, you know that already. Okay, let's make them, let's say 20. We have the position relative to its own anchor point in the layer. We have a rotation. Notice this is the only shape that has its rotation inside the path. We have the inner radius, that is the inner radius. From inside it will grow it. And you have the outer radius, it will grow it from the outside. So to shape a star or to increase the size of the star, you will use the inner radius and the outer radius. Okay, I guess this might seem simple to you. But then you have the inner roundness. You can click on the inner roundness and start getting some nice shapes here and there. So you increasing the roundness of the spikes. You have the outer roundness also. And now you have a nice shape here. I want to decrease and increase, or decrease both of them, increase and decrease. And I want the radius, for example, the inner radius to be smaller and the outer radius even to be smaller. Here you are. Fine. Now let's create inside the group. Let's call this one group. Let's create a circle. Okay, it's called ellipse, but actually it will come as a circle. Let's increase the size of the circle and notice what's going to happen to the fill. Now the fill here is being inversed. So when there are two fills, it will appear. When there is one fill, it will not appear, or something like this. Fine. You have here the reverse path that you can play with. So you have another new shape here, and it goes back to what we had, and so on. You can change your shapes. Also, you can come and look at the fill here. If I put them here, and then come to from non-zero to even odd, and you have another animation or another shape that you have created. Of course, you want to come and tweak it, make it nicer. Let's take it to the outside. That's pretty cool. Fine. Let's add also another shape. We come to the group. We can add, for example, a polystar again, but this polystar, let's make it a polygon. So I created a polygon inside. Of course, you have the number of points. That's cool. That's no problem. Let's make it a bit. Pressing Control will not make it go very fast. Cool. That's an hexagon. The position, of course, and you have the rotation. You can increase the outer radius. Cool. Now you have a very nice shape. And you have the outer roundness. I don't think I want to fiddle with it here. Okay, but something like this, yeah, will do. In fact, we can make it very round. Cool. Let's keep it that way. Now, you have a very nice shape here. Let's come and add another star in the group, or another ellipse in the group in the middle. You see how it inverted the fill, and let's grow it. Cool, fine. Let's add in the group another polystar or a polygon in the center. So we have our polygon here. We can increase its inner radius. Let's increase the number of stars to 6, for example, the corners, and we increase the outer radius to touch. Cool. And that's cool. We can make it the inner roundness a bit more. Yep. And here you have a very nice shape that you can really animate from inside or outside. Now notice if you start animating the rotation, for example, here in the last polystar, put it at 0, come to 4, and give it 2 rotation. If you run our animation, This one is rotating by its own. Let's go to the rotation of the second one. We keyframe it here, we come back. Let's say if it works, make it -2. Let's see what we have now. Not bad, not bad. It's working. Let's go to the polystar. This is the first one we put. Also, we play with its rotation from inside. Come to the beginning, make it 2. Now it's going to rotate the other way, I think. Here you are. So you have created an amazing shape that is contained only in one shape layer. And you have used the path, the reverse path here, and you have used also the fill, even odd, or you can put it to the normal fill and you have a different shape. Let's put it to the normal fill and start changing these, and you will see the fill of your shape is changing. Now you have something that eliminated almost half of it, and if you play with it, you can end up with things that are very beautiful. Let's take it back to the way it was and go to even odd, and you have your shape. Thanks very much for listening. So please come here and start fiddling around and adding all kind of shapes from the add button. You can add another path, rectangles, different groups, and so on. I would like to tell you that this works inside a group. If you create several groups, what's happening with the fill will not work, obviously, because the fill is inside a group and the reverse path is inside the group itself. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next lecture where we will work with the merge path.